Hello guys, it's me, Nickelodeon Man 95, and today we are here for another show review, this time on the well-popular game show, Legends of the Hidden Temple. Now, even though it is a very popular game show, I hate it. I'm completely kidding, I love this show. It's my favorite game show out of all of the Nickelodeon game shows. Legends of the Hidden Temple was just so iconic, and people still know what the team's names, people still remember the hosts, and people still remember Olmec and the Temple Guards. It's not like Rob Edward Morris from Make the Grade, who is so forgettable and boring. Everybody in the show, all the hosts, Olmec, the Temple Guards, they really made the show memorable. And also, the challenges were fun. It's not unlike Make Great Again, where Make the Grade was just standing there and just being all gloomy, like, wish I went to Double Dare, but I got into this stupid game show. No, all the kids looked like they were having fun, even if they got scared to death by the Temple Guards. The host was very good host too. His name is Kirk Fogg. He hosted it well, and the intros he did were just so cool. Like season 1 it was normal. Season 2 he was going on a rope vine, and then season 3 it was just so cool. He was very memorable. He hosted it pretty well, and he seemed like a likable host. He reminds me a lot of Mark Summers, but there's no comparison between the hosts. And now that we've talked about the host, let's talk about Olmec. Oh boy, whenever I mention Legends of the Hidden Temple, everybody automatically says, that's the show with Olmec, right? Olmec was a big talking stonehead, and he was just so cool. He was very memorable too. And it was actually D. Bradley Baker's first job as a voice actor, who went on to do some other work for Nickelodeon, such as Caesar from Hey Arnold, Mr. Turkey from Rugrats, an elephant from Wild Thornberrys, Gary the Mongoose from Angry Beavers, and he was even on the Journey of Alan Strange, known as Phil Berg. That show was so bad. And then there were the game teams. We had the Silver Snakes, Green Monkeys, Orange Iguanas, Purple Parrots, who could not do anything, Blue Barracudas, and Red Jaguars. All the teams were iconic, and all of them did very well, except for the Purple Parrots, who, like I said, could do nothing. Now, with the beginning of each of the episodes of this show, the show would start out with some little special thing that all the teams had to do. It'd either be like trying to get across a river, or climbing on top of something to make sure they don't fall in water, or stepping on tires and stuff like that. And four of the 6 teams would pass, and then they would go on to this trivial thing where Olmec tells them about the tale, whether it would be like something from the Greek mythology, the Bible, or maybe an actual one of the tales in history, like Christopher Columbus and other historical characters. 2 of the 4 teams would pass this round, and the 2 teams would go on physical obstacle courses, whether they would be running on discs, trying to put stuff up on a sign, or trying to connect words together. If a team wins, they earn a pendant of life, and if the teams that don't win that round earn nothing. Goodbye. But the team that wins the last round gets to go on to something called the Temple Run, while the other team, they don't leave empty-handed. They actually leave with some prize, like a Philips CDI or something like that. Mainly it was like cheap stuff like a $50 gift card to Skechers shoe store, or like a VHS tape. Well, that's actually kind of how all the prizes were, except if you went to the Temple Run. If the teams went into the Temple Run, they'd have the option of either winning 3 things. First prize would be like I said, a gift card to some store or whatever. The second prize would be maybe a little bit bigger, like a game system, and then the biggest prize would probably be either a trip to space camp or a tropical island that you and your family can visit for about a week. But that was if they won the Temple Run. If they lost, they might get the previous 2 prizes, but they're definitely not going to space camp or Jamaica.
Aruba, Jamaica.
Now that we've talked about the good things and how a normal episode would roll out in Legends, let's talk about the bad stuff. The bad stuff that some people like to point out are the prizes. I mean, it might cater to some people, but I mean, what kind of kid would want like a $50 gift card to Skechers? Or maybe just some candy? I mean, unless they really liked the candy, but still, you just won candy on a game show that you somehow were qualified for. And then, in a Temple Run, I remember there was one prize where it was like a Philips CDI, which I'm pretty sure all gaming experts can tell that is known as one of the worst gaming consoles of all time, since it had the horrors of Hotel Mario and the faces of Link. But we're not talking about gaming, we're talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple. And it also had some other flaws, like Kirk Fogg would make some mistakes, like during the Temple Run, I think he said like, "Good job, the green snakes," which we all know it's the green monkeys. Snakes are silver. I mean, you're the host of a game show and you forget the name? That's like forgetting your own child's name. Or the name of your country is. Of course, that's a little overdramatic, but still. Anyway, my personal opinion on Legends of the Hidden Temple, it's a very good game show. I love it. It's my favorite of them all. It has little to no flaws, and the flaws that I mentioned are pretty avoidable, and it shouldn't really affect anybody who just wants to see a good game show. I give this show about a 9.9 out of 10. Yes, one of the highest rated shows I've rated, except for maybe Pete and Pete, but we'll talk about that later. So anyways, guys, this is Nickelodeon Man 95, and I am signing out.
I'm here with my friends, Nickelodeon, the